Hi and welcome to the Aaron Russos podcast. Look, I keep saying that I'm going to give you a short, sharp podcast, and I waffle on for way too long. I'm going to endeavour to do that again. I guess I like to really hone in, go down a few more layers than what you used to, and try and give you something as well concrete. I don't want to. The last thing I ever want to do with any of my podcasts is give you a piece of the puzzle or breadcrumb you. I want you to have everything that you can sort of feel supremely confident that you can move forward, and if that is an area of interest, you know where to go, what to do, and how to sort of get that started. Today I just wanted to share with you, obviously there's a whole different lot of modalities out there, therapies, modalities, whatever, and there's a huge amount, and I wanted to start giving you a little bit of information about each one. Now today's is going to be about sound bowl, sound bath, frequency, resonance, and I guess, what's going on, the mechanics of it, the human injected part, how that affects the different experiences, what I've used frequency for in the past, and the experiences I've had. And believe it or not, even though you're listening to my podcast and you're like, wow, this is one spiritual guy, I had my first sound bath session last year in Mildura with a lady, Jan Smith, who is amazing. She has a holistic house. She has a whole house dedicated to each and everyone on their individual spiritual journey, and it encompasses everything, does everything from, she gave me a beautiful detox, foot detox thing. Got all the toxins out of my feet. Had a Reiki session, sound bowl frequency. It's just endless. You walk in this place and it's just a calming thing. She sells, all sorts of stuff, but she's also got a great little business and a great little following there. And I guess I'd used frequency and resonance in different healing protocols. In fact, guess what? They're in all of them. But what I do, and I'm not saying taking this away from anyone providing a sound bath and doing these beautiful, collective get-togethers and stuff. I use that as one piece of 12 different things that I do in a healing protocol that tackles some certain problems, area specific, disease specific sort of things. But it's amazing that, it's a bit of an emerging, getting, more popular. People are enjoying it. People feel the shift, what it does chemically, emotionally, physically. There's lots of things that are beneficial, obviously. And I guess the reason why it does work and why resonance in your own chamber. I've got also a blog on my website, aaronrussos.org, that is all about resonance and the mechanics of it and how it works, I guess. But the reason why we do love it and feel amazingly refreshed and energized after it is because we are completely and utterly bombarded with different and varying levels of frequency in our everyday lives. And also when we're presented, we have a triad, body, mind and spirit, and it all really woven in between each other. And you wouldn't believe it, but the earth frequency has a shamanic heartbeat, which is a frequency, might be, I don't know what it is today, 14.83 hertz or something. Don't look at those figures about the earth and the shamanic heartbeat, because a lot of the information has changed. It's been there's something going on there. I wouldn't trust it at the moment. I've been following this for 20 years. So, but the earth has a frequency as well. And then our body has a frequency. And now our body's frequency might have been 10 hertz and for a long time. And then, in a different generation or a different age, it might be 12 hertz. So our body's frequency might be on the climb. Each individual organ has a frequency, okay? And so if, say, for instance, we know when we expose higher frequencies to smaller animals, it creates disease and distress and anxiety. And so we're no different. We're animals, right? We're susceptible to this. So some of the sound bowl experiences of all of them are beautiful, balancing creations. And now you inject the intent of the person providing that to you. They might have something that they would like to they have an intent. Their intent is to heal and help you, to balance you, and to make things better. And we know that the human body has a healing. Well, everything is a chemical reaction. The thermograph goes off in the brain. It sends a message signal to a chemical, and it moves your finger or hand or whatever. Everything is a chemical reaction. And so we know that frequency, being in nature, laughing, love, all these things balance those chemicals to a healing state, okay? Because we're duality, right? There's the push-pull energy within the whole universe of everything. And so all of those things are the night. And we know it because we've got an emotional guidance system. And guess what? It feels good, doesn't it? So we know that it works. And so this sound bowl, sound bath, guided meditation within, really does play on that good side. Okay, so if we're looking at life in general, we could have a list of things that are unnatural for a natural system and natural for a natural system, and aligning. On the natural side, it's aligning, it's beautiful, it gets us into these beautiful healing states. And sound bowl, sound bath, frequency therapy and everything is on that side. It's on the good side. On the other side, there's a lot of things there that you do every day, even in your daily life, woven in, entangled, things that you're addicted to, that are on the unnatural list, or the things that unbalance or increase your body's own frequency to a level that it's not natural for it. It doesn't fit in the range of healing. And so that's why the sound baths are amazingly calming. I mean, there are so many benefits from these things. I'm not just don't think that it's just what I'm telling you. There are, even just by stopping and applying self-love and self-worth and taking the time out to invest in yourself is a part of healing. But I guess what I wanted to share with you is funny that some of the healing protocols that I got, all of the healing protocols I got in conjunction with something you don't understand called underlying infinite collective consciousness. The creator is part of the spirit world, and then I got it, and then I tested it, and it worked. Okay, regardless of whether you understand it or not, it doesn't matter, or whether you believe me or not. That's not what's on the table here. But what I am going to share with you, it's funny that the healing protocols, I only deal with the worst of the worst, people with no quality of life or diagnosis of 3 days to 3 months, and in all cases, it is completely reversed or healed or whatever. Okay, and once again, that's not important. You don't have to believe that, because believing that is going against there's a thing called cognitive dissonance. I don't want to get into it. So, but what is interesting is that I have gone to the nths of the earth to be able to bring things that no one else could ever find, and then tested it and proven it, and it comes from a really beautiful divine magical place. And every single time it has this frequency treatment within it, and there's a lot of mechanics behind it, why I got to that, how I got to it, and how I use it and things. So in all the protocols there is a form of that. So and there's the thing on my website as well. So it's just amazing what it does across so many different parts of your life. And I can see why it's on the rise, and I can see that there being more need for it in the future as people awaken to the facts that we're really not doing a lot for ourselves. So there you go. We're going to keep it as a short, sharp podcast about sound bath and frequency.